think I'll go back outside and walk to the path.
All right, Reds, get ready.
Get it going, see how quick you can do this one.
Let's see before
Yeah, I
they
think
show
you're
up.
right.
All right, you ready?
It's unusual.
Oh, as soon as you're ready, I think we'll.
It's unusual that you knew I was right. Usually you find out
Mics
after
are
I'm
hot.
right.
You ready?
Both of us will pass it across the desk. See, I now know what it means.
I'd like to call to order the August 13, 2025 Long Hill Township Committee meeting. Says everybody rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk.
In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting, specifically the time, date, and public call and information, were included in the meeting that was electronically sent to the Echo Sentinel, Morris Daily Record, and posted on the Township website. The agenda and public handouts for this meeting can be viewed online at www.longhillnj.gov. A public comment period will be held in the order it is listed on the meeting agenda. Committeeman Lavender.
Present.
Committeewoman Riker Iline.
Present.
Committeeman Verleza will not be joining us tonight. Deputy Mayor Pasurchian.
Present.
Mayor Dorsey.
Here. All right, so first things first, I'd like to turn the meeting over to Lieutenant Chambrillo, who is going to introduce to us Officer Longo. Oh, you need the battery. Well, you can use that.
I got this.
How does that thing use so much battery power? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it drains it out.
It drains like in 5
Every
minutes.
meeting.
Good evening. Tonight we're going to welcome our newest officer, Daniel Longo. Daniel Longo came as a transfer from Orange Police Department, where he served there for 2 years. He was on their emergency response team there. In addition, he went to Bergen County College, William Patterson University. He was a armorer and a firearms instructor. He also served with the Marine Corps, and he was an infantryman and a machine gun team leader. He has a great deal of tactical experience that he's bringing to our police department, and we'd like to welcome him up now with his family to be sworn in.
Okay, they could still
Oh.
come. Make a motion for resolution.
Which resolution is it?
25.
25,195.
All right, make a motion to approve Resolution 25-195.
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Committeeman Lavender.
Yes.
Committeewoman Riker Iline.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Pasurchian.
Yes.
Mayor Dorsey.
Yes. Lieutenant?
Yes.
Wanna come over here just so we're on?
Yeah.
Mike? So you're gonna repeat after me? She's right, yes. That way or the other way? The other way, right?
Right on.
Right on up.
Right arm up, switch. There we go, okay. I state your name.
I, Daniel Longo,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state.
and in
county,
this
and town,
state, county, and township,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly
impartially, and justly
perform all the duties of police officer
perform all the duties of police officer
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're gonna come and sign this?
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you for recommending that Rebel.
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
Oh, yeah, you saved Rebel. Thanks, Steve.
Who's on that?
That's okay.
Go to the
Oh, good.
He did? Yeah. Then we love him.
second day on the job.
If you want to see your I'd say give him a raise. Just go all the state stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that common in towns when somebody gets hired for everybody to come?
They try to, I think.
Try.
Depends how big the town is. You can take a picture of that.
What's that?
You can take a picture.
None of them really require explanation.
No.
That's great.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Lieutenant. All right. All right, moving along, we are now on to ordinance 573-25, introduction. It's about lead-based hazard inspections of rental properties. I believe, Jack, unless I'm wrong, this is to comply with what, state law?
Yeah, and the new contractor, right?
Correct, we are
New vendor.
looking to,
Oh.
change vendors from, Bay Hill Environmental to Lou Environmental. It's visual inspections as opposed to dust wipe inspections, because technically we are only required to do visual inspections. And they also handle all of the state requirements with the DCA that come with the obligation to the township. So
The
it's
paperwork,
just-
basically.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Make a motion to move this to this introduction, move it to the second meeting or for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Committeeman Lavender,
Yes.
Committeewoman Riker-Line,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Pasurcia,
Yes.
Mayor Dorsey.
Yes. Next is 574-25, introduction amending salaries and wages. Randy, you want to explain what that's for?
Yeah, this is something that we do every year. This is setting the minimum and maximum wages for each position. There's some adjustments that we need to do. This will be the first reading for that case.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Second.
Committeeman Lavender,
Yes.
Committeewoman Riker-Line,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Pasurcia,
Yes.
Mayor Dorsey.
Yes. All right, now we have something from the planning board, which is 571-25, amending the township land use ordinance, removing references to Historic Preservation Commission, and basically replacing commission with advisory committee. Oh, it's just a name change, right,
That's
Jack?
right, that's correct.
Okay, so, it's a second reading, so anybody from the public have any questions or comments about this specific ordinance, changing the word commission to advisory committee? Anybody online?
This was an ordinance that was required to go in front of the planning board, and what I just handed you was their master plan consistency review resolution and an email that was received, just as an FYI.
Got it.
So I have a comment on this.
Go ahead.
So we talked about this at the planning board last night, and the ordinance as written does not conflict with the master plan. However, the way the ordinance was written last night, it changed the reference to the Historical Preservation Commission to advisory committee. And upon reflection, we determined it would be a lot less confusing if just simply take out all references to commission or advisory committee, because this is not a commission, right? And this is, with regard to the section that talks about the constitution of the planning board. Does that make sense, Jack? Did Steve Warner's lawyer talk to you?
He did not. No, this is news to me. So what's the planning board's recommendation? What's the bottom line? Just-
The bottom line is, it's okay the way it was. However, it remains confusing. And in the future, someone may confuse the advisory committee with that of the role of a commission,
Commission.
which is legally different,
Yes.
A lot different.
right? And so, the initial edit to it was to strike out commission and put advisory committee. And as we talked about it, the best thing is just take out any reference to historical preservation committee or advisory committee.
Can I ask Jack a question? We have other advisory committees that doesn't add confusion, so why do you think?
Because the constitution of the planning board tells, you need to have someone from environmental, someone from here, someone from there, what class, da.
Yeah, I think the other difference is historic preservation commissions have a great deal of power.
Right.
And input into approvals.
Yeah, but that's not what Scott, I don't think,
That
is
is what
saying.
I'm
He
saying.
wants, but you want to remove committee too.
Yeah,
Well,
it
you-
doesn't need to be in there.
How often is it in there, though?
It's in there twice, and that was one of the reasons Fred
Oh.
brought the whole thing forward to us.
So is the planning board recommending we vote this one down and introduce a new ordinance that removes references to?
Yeah.
To
Okay.
commi-
Can't
references
you
to
just add
commission.
HVAC. Just
reference-
or the-
historical, anything with historic preservation or historic
What would the
committee.
name be at the end of the day?
There is no historical preservation commission.
That doesn't
Fact.
exist.
And so we're not required to put a reference
To
to
them.
an advisory committee in there.
So I'm just getting this tonight, so I
Yeah.
suggest we vote the ordinance before
Okay.
you down.
And then
because
get-
if we make the changes suggested by the planning board, we're not gonna be able to adopt it tonight anyway.
That's fine.
Okay, motion to vote no
Or, yeah.
Well,
to-
yeah,
as,
we haven't closed the public hearing yet.
Oh,
okay.
okay. Anybody online want to talk about this?
Anybody on Zoom would like to make a public comment regarding ordinance 57125, please raise your hand now. I don't see anyone, Mayor.
All right, then we'll close this to the public, and we'll make a motion to, deny, or, deny the ordinance that's listed on the sheet.
So I'll
On the
second it.
agenda.
You motioned.
Okay. So,
Committeeman Lavender,
Yes.
Committeewoman Riker Iline.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Paserchia.
Yes.
Mayor Dorsey.
yes. Okay. Now, is there a second one on the thing or not, or we go right to the consent agenda?
Right to consent, right?
Consent, all right. So the consent agenda resolutions, is there anything, I know Aubrey's got to withdraw from
Yep,
205.
recuse, yep.
Is there anything, and you two need to recuse from 206. Is there anything else in here that anybody needs to recuse themselves from?
Do we need to recuse ourselves from the social affair permit for the Elks, if we're
You two
Elks?
probably do.
Yeah.
But we can still pass it though, can't we? Because,
Correct, you have two.
yeah, okay. All right. So, motion to move the consent agenda with the obvious abstentions.
Second.
Committeeman Lavender.
Yes.
Committeewoman Riker Iline.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Paserchia.
Yes, with the abstentions referenced by the mayor.
And Mayor Dorsey.
Yes. All right, liaison reports. Who needs the slides? We'll start with Guy while you queue up the slides and whatever one queues
Are
up
you
first.
going to talk about National Night Out?
No, you can.
All right, so just a big thank you to the Long Hill Township Police Department. It was a wonderful turnout, and to all the emergency services folks that turned up. It was a great turnout from the employees, from the residents. The weather cooperated. It was a fun night, so thank you.
Even people here from other towns
This is
that came
true.
to ours.
Absolutely, and I would just want to add the recreation department,
Yep.
who got some events for the kids and everything, and I think everybody had a great time. I
Yes.
really do.
And the
So,
hotel
It
and
was a
lost
nice,
quite a
nice
food.
evening, nice event.
Okay. All right, so which one you got up first? Library. Aubrey, you're up then.
That's me. The library is open Monday through Saturday, and they were closed on Sundays in July and August. Summer reading and all those reading challenges have been going strong all summer. Proud of all of our adult participants too. Next slide. Thank you. Schedules of our activities this week. To note is the Silent Book Club at Sterling Fountain, Thursdays at 2 p.m. Bring any book and read in the company of others doing the same. Good motivation, all ages. The library's last game night for the summer is happening now. We love this free family-friendly night programming and will continue it in the fall. Free movies all month. Liam Neeson theme this month. The Berkeley Heights Library is joining the Main Library Alliance. The one our library is in. We look forward to the ease and efficiency this change will bring. A little bit of welcome week fun is planned. And that is it.
Do you have anything else?
Nope. The only thing I wanted to add was one, just jumping back to National Night Out. Also, the local businesses that showed up and did things was excellent, so it didn't go unnoticed. All the participants, rec, first aid, the whole thing, very good. And then when it comes to committees, I know we had briefly talked about this, but just to bring it like openly, navigating the leads of the committees, maybe over now through the course of the end of the year, we kind of phase over the next few meetings, having a committee lead from each committee. It's a lot of committees, come and just report out on, top 1, 2, 3 accomplishments, top 1, 2, 3 goals for the year coming, just to be able to hear that in future meetings from everybody, just to understand, not only us to understand what's going on with all of them and hear it from, the regular people that are in theirs, but then also the public to understand that we have these committees and what they're doing and what their goals are.
And they will be limited to less than 5 minutes each, because
That's
it
fine.
shouldn't take that long.
That's fine.
Okay.
So can we task who would be the best to orchestrate that? Sorry, Megan.
I think there was a motion for Megan. I'll second that.
I can do the whole outline, so it'll be easy.
She's the one that's contact with whoever the people are.
Okay, thank you.
All right, the only thing I have to report is we have a new recycling option, which, yeah, I can say it, can't I? It's coming soon. Oh, Randy's doing it for,
ahead,
no,
Mayor.
I didn't know it was on Randy's
Randy doesn't have
report.
to repeat it. Next.
Mr. Mayor, if the township receives an award for this, can I accept it?
Of course. You and Bruce can go.
We didn't hear it on your mic, so.
All right, wait, so you queued up, we have to queue up the rec, and then I'll let Scott go. Other than that, there we go. Go for it.
Okay, recreation update. Next slide. Okay, so you heard about National Night Out. Just to go and making the rounds here is with the thank yous. Like all the emergency services groups, the Long Hill PD, First Aid Squad, Sterling Fire, Millington Fire, Morris County Sheriff's Department, and CERT. Also, second, thanks to our sponsors, the Watchung Hills Municipal Alliance, the Sterling Hotel, and Starbucks. And thank you to all the Rec Advisory Committee members for volunteering. And thank you to all the Chamber of Commerce businesses who came and lined the walkways. Thank you to the Long Hill Library staff for providing crafts, games, bubbles, and a movie. And thank you to Al Gallo and the Department of Public Works for all the help setting up and cleaning up. And thank you lastly to Joan Shires for volunteering to photograph the event. Next, fall field hockey. Registration is now open, grades 5 to 8. Community pass to register, and the first practice is August 25th. Next. Sterling Lake members will host a family fun day on Saturday, August 23rd, 12 to 6 p.m., and this year it will be a Jaws theme. Next. 2 more summer concerts. This Thursday, we welcome back Epic Soul at 7 p.m. on August 21st. Join us for Street Hassle, a classic rock band at 7 p.m. All concerts are free, and the Scream Truck will have ice cream for sale 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Next. Fall Lake Dance is coming up for Long Hill students in grades 6 through 8. Friday, September 5th. That'd be from 7:30 to 9:30, $5 admission at the gate. Parent chaperones are needed, or the dance can't run, so we need parent chaperones. Please contact Parks and Rec if you can help out. Next. Mark your calendars for travel basketball. Tryouts are scheduled to begin on September 29th. Check the website out for more details. Next. Don't forget to keep our parks clean and contact us if you'd like to join our Rec Advisory Committee. We meet every third Tuesday evening. Next. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. And then the administrator's report.
Thank you, Mayor. So Public Works monthly report, they repaired potholes, 3 days of styrofoam processing, cleaned up several downed trees, They prepared curbs and basins for the 2025 road overlay program. They did a full town street sweepings, stormwater basin cleaning, which, those simple little things of cleaning, keeping those basins clean help out tremendously during quick, heavy rainfalls that we just have recently experienced. Weekly lawn maintenance, they set up for events of National Night Outs and block parties. They've been working with the contractor for the 2025 road overlay program, which should be finished this week, Al? So they'll be finished this week, so it won't be interrupting school or anything else with the busing. And as the mayor alluded to, we're going to be rolling out a new recycling program in a week or two. We will be accepting used sneakers for recycling. Only sneakers, no shoes.
Yeah.
So more information to follow, check the website and the LHDPW Facebook. We also received bids for our 2026 garbage. Our contract ends at the end of this week. We are reviewing, we received one bid. We're reviewing those bids for compliancy currently. And it was a bid specification for not only trash collection, but also recycling collection. We currently have the MUA, which they have given us a proposal also. So we'll compare the two and see which is the best for the town.
Thank you.
Thank you, Randy. And
Can
just-
I ask a question about the sneakers? What
Yeah.
is the benefit to the town and the environment for recycling sneakers? Like, this is exciting. Do they make something with them? Is this a really
They use them
stupid
for-
question?
No, I think they use them, don't they grind them up, use for turf and things like that?
Just curious, like what?
Yeah, they said, the good ones they'll refurbish and give to other countries that
Love.
need them.
Yep.
And then they process the different bolts that are in the sneakers to process.
I love it.
them.
Love it. Because I'm always fascinated when you took me through like what happens with the styrofoam. That's why I was like curious. I'm like, I love that. So thank you.
Well, which reminds you, styrofoam, on my way to work today, I don't remember where it was, somewhere between my house and Warren. It's we recycle styrofoam, we don't recycle styrofoam, people, the recycling's not gonna pick it up. Please drop it off the DPW or the bin over by, the library. The one by the library is open all day, every day. So please drop it off there. Yes, Al?
Still having issues with bags.
Oh, yes, and do not use plastic bags in your recycling because it clogs up the machines and they have to stop and it's a big hassle for the county. So if you have stuff, just throw it in the bin and they'll dump it in. The bags are a hindrance to recycling. You can recycle your bags separately at ShopRite or down to DPW, but please do not put plastic bags in the recycling.
And Matt, to your point, it's single stream.
Yeah.
It's very convenient. Just put anything you
Excellent.
want that's recyclable and cover it if it's raining.
That's it.
Because once paper, cardboard gets wet, it gets thrown out.
Yes. So thank you that's the recycling tip of the day. All right, so now we'll go to discussion items. The 2026 Township Committee, meeting schedule.
I have a
Megan, do you-
question. November 4th looks like it's the first Wednesday of the month. Is that by design?
I believe the second Wednesday would be the lead because the third Wednesday would then be Thanksgiving.
And then what is the date for 2026 reorg? Is that the 7th?
It's on this year.
Jan-
Yeah, okay. That's next year. Next
Uh,
year's next year.
Right, we do the year.
Oh, yeah, January 6th, it's right here.
That's
That's
for
2027, sorry.
2027.
So it'd be 20, should be 7 this year, right?
I believe it's the 7th, yes.
Yep, okay.
All right.
And there's only one meeting in June, right? June,
Yes.
July, and August. Okay, that's all.
All right.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Anything else? Nope. All right. Next item, let's do the planning board ordinances first, D and E. What's that? There are
Yeah, there.
attachments D and E,
Yeah,
but,
D&E. The first one is regarding the renaming of the single-family residential village and hamlet and light industrial zone districts and amending the code.
all right. Is this going to the planning board or they send it back
They
to
sent it
us?
to us,
Okay,
but it does go to them, just,
okay.
Can I,
Go
for
ahead.
clarification, from the planning board, this came directly from Liz Laney. Was this reviewed by the planning board?
Which one? The land use regarding
Either one of
apartments and
them.
business zones?
Either one of
I
them?
believe, yes. I know the apartments and business zone was.
Well,
and-
no, I know, I believe with the last couple ordinances that have come from the planning board, they've come from one of the professionals we've reviewed as the township committee, we've sent it back for master plan consistency review, and then they look and tweak a few things, so I'm wondering if before we introduce this, we put it back to the planning board just to make sure that the planning board is all okay with this, so we don't run into this same situation that we just did with the HPAC.
All right, so then Sobieski or somebody from Salvo Shop can send us another email and say, hey, look, it's good the way it's written, or change this or change that.
Well, I believe this was written by Liz Laney. She sent them directly to me, and that's why I'm just looking
Oh,
for
okay.
clarification, if it was reviewed entirely by the planning board, or if the planning board kind of gave her notes to draft this, she sent it directly to us. Now we're gonna send it to the planning board and get more notes from the planning board. I'd rather the planning board review it, get their notes, and then give us their final version, so we're not running into this.
I get it. No, it's fine. So we'll send it, whatever their next meeting is, and then they can send it back to us, and then we'll put it on for September. Do they have another,
that's
wait, is there another meeting before September, our meeting, whatever that
Yeah.
is?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
They'll
Yeah.
have the meeting, I believe it's September 9th. They
Yeah.
usually have the one right before us.
All right, then we'll do the same thing then. That's
Okay,
fine.
so
Then we'll-
I'll send them to Deb for them to look at, so she can send them to us, so we can review them and
We'll put them on the agenda for whatever our meeting is.
put them on the agenda for introduction or for discussion.
Introduction.
Introduction.
Yeah, introduction. Assuming we get approval from them back like we did this time. Or there's no changes need to be made, let's say that. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so that one's done. Sidewalks. Vic's not here, but Jack, you want to explain what this proposed ordinance may be? First, I know some people called me today, says not residential sidewalks, it's only commercial. So Jack, you can explain that from there.
Yeah, to reiterate that, it's not for commercial sidewalks.
Residential.
Residential, I mean, it is only for commercial sidewalks. And the first part, section 20-5, says that the borough shall be responsible for construction, reconstruction, maintenance, and repair, with the following exceptions set forth in paragraph B. Now, those concern residential properties, but I think it's good, actually, I borrowed a lot of this from Chatham's ordinance. It makes it clear that residents are responsible for repair and maintenance in these situations, where it's damaged by that property owner, where it's damaged by vehicular traffic to and from the property, it's damaged by drainage from that private property, and things like that. So it just makes it clear that if the property owner caused the damage, that property owner is responsible for repairing it and possibly replacing it. Paragraph D, or paragraph C is the key. It shall be the duty of any owner of commercial property to construct, reconstruct, repair, and maintain sidewalks that abut their property. So that's the key. Now, we talked last time about either doing it by commercial properties or by zone, but I think it would be easier to defend if we do it commercial properties. You know, if you get two residences in a commercial zone, they're gonna be the only two residences in town who are responsible for repairing and reconstructing their sidewalks. So I think it's fairer, and I think it would be easier to defend if we make it just commercial properties.
Do you consider a commercial property, let's say an apartment, like a house, as a house, like there's one down by the cleaner over by thermoplastic, that technically it's residential, but it's like 2 or 3 rentals, so technically that'd be commercial property, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, the second part, and I defer to Al and the township engineer, talks about sidewalk construction standards. And I borrowed this from Chatham as well. So I'm not sure, I'm not qualified to say whether they make sense or not. So, we need some kind of technical review of the sidewalk construction standards, but I think they should be in the ordinance as well.
Is the definition of a commercial property included in our land use ordinance?
I don't know.
Well, we can go by the classification in reference to tax assessment or tax collection. where Class 4A, B, and C, or commercial properties, anything above a 4-family is considered commercial property. That would be considered an apartment. So, we classify commercial, industrial, and apartments in the tax duplicate, which makes it very clear which block and lot is considered commercial.
So Randy,
If
not
we,
to
if
split
we
hairs,
should,
it's
we,
4 and above, not above 4, right? So
It's-
it's
it's a-
4 and above?
no, above 4,
About 4.
So it's 5.
5 or above.
So I think I should add that definition to the ordinance.
Yeah, if we want to reference the
Just so it's clear, I think it's a good
assessment,
question.
classification of the property or something like that, that, it's easily accessible. It's public record. You just go to the tax collector's office, look it up, and we can determine whether it's commercial or not.
On the other hand, residents aren't going to be able to figure that out. That would be my only concern. I think we may be better off saying, multifamily residences of more than 4
Sure.
units.
Yeah.
And I think the other commercial properties are pretty clear. It's really just the
Well, they are
multifamily.
what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
All right, and really, Al, I could be wrong, but basically a Valley Road, and then downtown Millington, that's really about it, right? Is there anywhere else?
Main Street.
And Main
so-
Street, sorry, that's it, nothing in Gillette, or maybe in front of
You
Marcy's.
got some in Myersville, right?
They don't have sidewalks, do they?
In the corner they do, right?
do they?
There's no sidewalk where the vet and,
Nope.
I only drive by it every day.
You only live in
For
Myersville.
how long? Yeah. Yeah, so it's really not, it doesn't really affect that many properties, if you think about it.
No,
All right, so then what, we'll just try to clean this up, send it to,
I'll clean it up and,
Booch for,
Booch. I'll send it to Booch, and we'll introduce it next meeting if everybody's okay with it.
yeah, and Al's got a question.
Jack, does that fall under school property too? Is it town responsibility?
It's not technically, I mean, I think we could make the schools responsible
Yeah, I don't
for
see
their
why,
own
because they're
sidewalks.
responsible for cleaning the
Good
snow and
question.
ice, right? They already cleaned the snow off of it, so, yeah, I don't have any problem with that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Al. All right, anything else on this? All right, seeing none. Any old business? Seeing none. Next, announcements. Any blood drives you want to talk about?
No, but Oktoberfest is coming up. Can you give the date?
Yes, I can.
September 27th. I know it's a little in
No,
advance.
it's not September 27th, it's September 20th.
Ah,
September
Do it?
20th, Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock, Oktoberfest. Open to the public, $20 a person, all-you-can-eat food. There'll be German beer available at a price. Come on out and support veterans and disabled children.
And Aubrey, you have something you want to announce?
Yes, I'm just making sure I have the date right.
It's September, isn't it?
Yep, September 7th, to my knowledge. There are volunteers from With Grace Initiative, which is a local childhood cancer organization, doing a carnival at the Long Hill baseball and softball fields. So that's exciting. And then on the 10th, the Diner in New Providence hosts a fundraiser for the same charity, which is good, and that's how we get the money to do the good things for the kids with cancer.
And that's,
can you speak to September? It's Pediatric Cancer
Oh,
Awareness.
good job. Nice work. That's right. That's the significance of September. I forget because I'm so in it. Is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. So the whole community of childhood cancer goes gold. So you'll probably see signs up in town and ribbons up and things like that. But yeah,
And thanks
the
to the
Awareness
work
Month.
of Grace and Aubrey and the With Grace organization, there's at least 100 towns statewide that
Do a proclamation.
that do a proclamation for Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month, and the state of New
was gonna
Jersey
say, and the governor
has
does,
done it
yep.
many, many times. So you'll see that banner just out here.
Yes, thank you.
And I have one final.
yes.
September 30th, Patriots Path Council, Boy Scouts will be hosting the 13th Annual Watchung Hills Good Scout Award Dinner, Tuesday, September 30th at the Primavera. Tickets are $135 a person. Proceeds go to supporting scouting in New Jersey. And among these honorees this year, Aubrey has been nominated and will be
Right.
receiving an award. So I expect everyone from the committee here to be at that event, please.
Thank you.
And we have
Scott.
another resident, I did not realize.
Drew Crapson. That's
Crapson.
right, that's right.
So we have two of the honorees.
And where's that? Is that Primavera?
That's at the Primavera, Tuesday, September 30th.
10th, 9:30. All right. No more announcements. Anybody from the public have any questions, comments that are limited to 3 minutes? Come on down. Mr. White.
Good evening, Paul.
Two small things, one big thing, one small thing. On Doherty Avenue in Tauber, there are now 3 rental properties. Some owners live there, they rent out the basement so much. We went over this with the Airbnb, which I appreciate you guys doing
Yes.
that. Now it's a 60-day rental. Problems with parking and stuff like that on the street become an issue. You can drive down there anytime, there's always a 4Runner, a green 4Runner. The guy doesn't even live there anymore, he was living in Tauber for a little while. And I actually caught him one day and I go, everything all right, can I help you? He goes, oh, I'm renting a place in New Providence, I have no place else to park my car. And you can go there after this meeting, it's always there, it's at the end of Doherty Avenue. It's a green 4Runner, it's just, he moves it from time to time, it's been there for at least 3 weeks now.
Did I understand correctly? But does he own the property on Doherty?
No. He was renting the Airbnb on Tauber, and I guess he just had a place to park, and he left Tauber, now somebody else is doing there.
So he doesn't
He
have
doesn't
any
live in the town. He
domicile?
told me, if you run the plate, it comes back to a Sterling address on Plainfield Avenue, where it's not even here no more. He's living in New Providence, he told me he has no place to park his car, he has 2 or 3 cars, and he said he's always parked it there, and no one's done anything.
So can I'm
Did you
sorry,
report it
Jack,
to-
I have a question for you, Jack. Well, no, actually, maybe my question is for the
Lieutenant.
officer in charge. Is that allowed?
As long as he moves it, I guess, right, nothing.
Except for snow, unless it's snowing.
No, right.
So, okay, now I'll go to Jack, the legal. So anybody, anywhere can park in any town?
Not
There's
any
no
town.
state,
Unless we have a local ordinance.
okay, so the
regulating parking.
local ordinance, it's not like state
That's
overseas.
correct. We're authorized by the state to adopt parking.
I've never heard
regulations.
this before.
This isn't the first time. Ever since we had the Airbnb stuff, I think people just like parking there. Again, I don't know for sure, but I swear people were parking there, taking Ubers, going to the airport, coming back in the car. It's just, that's gonna come on to my second part of it.
We-
Yes,
now-
Have you tried
Now,
putting
we
a
do,
note?
we do have a section in
I'm
the
sorry?
code.
Have you tried putting a note on his car?
No, we did not. I spoke to the guy and he told me, I have no place to park, but I lived at the Airbnb in Tauber and I just don't leave the car.
And how does he get to and from New
He
Providence?
said he has 2 or 3 cars.
Oh,
He
So
leaves
I guess
one and he
comes-
picks
I
up
guess
the
he comes,
other.
He puts it there, moves it. I seen it by my house one day. He got it there for a week and then he drives it down the other way.
Maybe it's as simple as put a note on the car
Oh, he
and say,
spoke
look.
with the guy.
I spoke
No,
to the guy.
but
So-
you put a note on the car, you get a little bit of attention. That's happened in our neighborhood as well. We put a note on the car and then
It's
they
been a
realize
problem
that
over 6 months on the
Yeah.
back and forth. I mean,
it's not a good
I'll
neighbor.
try. Nothing against the police. The lady who lives at the end of the block actually called. I guess they got a dispatcher. They ran the plate and they said, the car's legit, it's bothering you. And no, not really. The guy moves around. Just it's been here. Just let it go. Again, it's just one of these things that we're suffering from. And it's not the first time. With the Airbnbs, I seen these problems come. I see these problems coming, a mile away. And I have other problems.
Jack, is this a new one by you in all your
It's
years?
a first.
So the ask is.
Every day is an
The ask
education.
is because the car is parked there long-term, it's annoying because the person doesn't live there, correct?
What would that-
Just to like synopsis.
Yeah,
synopsis.
This was just a sidebar, what I'm getting to. If
Okay.
you let me finish everything else. And everything.
Yes.
I hope this didn't infringe on the time.
Keep
did it?
going. Well,
No,
okay,
but this
keep
is a,
going.
no,
Okay, keep
this is
going.
this is actually a good one because this
Go.
could be an emerging problem.
Keep going.
Can they, in their neighborhood, can they put up a sign that simply says parking for
Not without
residents
an
only?
ordinance.
not without an
No,
ordinance. you
no,
can't.
but-
Well,
Keep
but-
going.
that's
You've
what I
got
was
more.
getting-
Let's go.
I was
Keep
getting-
going.
Okay.
But you can
So,
adopt an ordinance.
you must have my
Yeah.
sheet. Here you go. So 24 Torbert, that's the owner actually lives there, rents out the basement. He doesn't have a kitchen, so suppose it's legally not in the house possible. It's a single-family residence, but he's got 2 apartments. He
I know
rents
about
out.
that.
I'm sorry, his house and then
Somebody
he rents
emailed
out the
about
basement.
that.
44
Yeah.
Doherty Avenue, the Nigros lived there for like 100 years. They sold the house, somebody bought it. I still can't quite figure out what's going on. I think the owner of the house lives in the basement and rents out the upstairs. I don't know how that works. And there's cars always in the street there, different cars, the driveway, you know. It's just another thing that I noticed where cars are all over and I don't know who the people are. Anyhow, now the new problem is 17 Doherty Avenue. This is a real problem right now. I met the owners, they own like 10 properties in Elizabeth, Springfield, and they bought this house for an investment. First thing they asked me was, we see there's a rental at the end of your block, is it okay to rent out the basement? That's all I had to hear. I said, no, I don't think it's legal, you know? They're like, well, we wanna make as much money as we can with this house, you know? I understand. Okay, so I didn't have a good feeling with the people. So they leave. Time goes on, here we go, 17 the problem. Again, I can't quite figure out what they're doing with the house. They supposedly said they have it rented out. 17 Doherty Avenue, it has a pool there. Here comes the big problem. Now I think they're renting the pool out for parties. One day, from 8 o'clock.
How did you get this on here?
It's right next to me.
Keep going.
I know it's a thing, you're right.
Can do that, yeah.
So-
It's a thing?
Yeah, it's a
So
thing.
it gets worse. So I'm thinking, all right, they rented out, maybe the guy's having a big party. I counted 75 cars on Doherty Avenue, Milton, and Mitchell. I'm like, I
Running a
can't
business
believe
in a
this.
residential zone.
I'm like, I can't believe this. So 5 o'clock they leave, whatever. All of a sudden the DJ comes in, a whole new row of cars come in, another 50, 60 cars. Okay, now the music's playing loud. Is that, I'm letting it go. All right, maybe they just moved in, whatever. Now this has gone on several times a week since June, the end of June. This has been going on.
This at 17?
What's it
17
about
I
Doherty?
figured this will die out. I figured it'll die out, let it go. Yeah.
Long Hills Riviera, Doherty Avenue.
I was just wondering,
So.
I'm sorry
it's
for
going on.
laughing. This is-
Again, weekdays, weekends, they're renting the pool out. I mean, DJs, they had a hot dog stand there one day. I mean, it was just like, I can't believe this is actually happening. So,
I mean, how would we prove that? I don't know.
yeah, right, good luck proving that.
I
This
mean,
is like
but I'm-
Long
that's
Hills,
what I'm saying, like,
Hamptons.
What's our action next steps
Long Hills,
to have
Hamptons.
It is the
proof,
East End.
correct?
Yes, it's difficult to prove people are running a business in a residential zone, and really what you need is for the neighbors to just keep logs of every activity that's going on.
Is anybody living in
That's
that
helpful.
house?
Our code
That's
enforcement
helpful.
officer also monitors the VRBO,
that's good.
Airbnb.
Yeah, Mark's good about that.
Mark-
Good, thank you,
Mark
Megan.
monitors those things, so.
Right, the problem is.
Yeah, but if it's word of
they do it
mouth.
on- They do it on private, on Facebook now, and no one can find it. I was doing the same thing that the investigator does, and actually grabbed somebody, there's a lady who lives across from 70 Yard. She's pissed because the people keep parking, you know, tires on her grass, because, I don't know if you know Doherty Avenue, but it's
Yeah,
narrow.
sure.
It's narrow, when you park, and they kept parking like, you know, 2 tires on her lawn, and it's wet or whatever. So she got upset about it, so.
So wait, is anybody in Doherty Avenue, like, living
I
there?
can't even tell you for sure. There's been so many people coming out here in the last couple months. I can't even figure. I think they're making more money renting the pool out. I really do.
So
Probably.
let's figure out, okay, keep going. Do you have more
Yeah,
asks?
let me finish it. So anyhow, what really decided I got to do something is the other Sunday. It was like 7 at night. It was loud. You heard the music from 9 in the morning to 7 at night, and I go over there and. I don't know, even I spoke to them, they go, you can't come on, it was a private party. I go, yeah, I know, can you turn the music off? They asked me to leave, they called the police on me that I trespassed on the property. And that's on record, the 2 officers came, I spoke with them, and I told them. and I go,
You weren't
"Look,
cuffed or anything, were you?
What's that?
I said you weren't cuffed or, that's a joke.
No, no.
I cannot believe this is happening.
Oh,
Just keep going, or
be
what's,
on my block, and then you really won't believe it. And again, I talked to a few neighbors, they're all for this, what I'm gonna bring up in a minute.
There's some more?
It's
All right, let's
gonna
go.
be- It's gonna be an ongoing thing, I'm sure. Anyhow, so, what I'm hoping we can possibly do to solve the problems with the illegal rentals on the block and the pool parties, I know it's not gonna be fixed this year, I'm hoping for next year, so I can have a quiet summer next year. Is it possible you guys could do something with the ordinances where we've got no parking at all on Doherty Avenue, Mitchell, Milton?
You can do that.
We can.
Case, because here's the thing, if you just do Doherty, they'll park on Milton.
Yeah, I know Doherty very well, as
It's
you
a narrow
know.
street, and what really gets you is they'll park right across from your driveway, there's a lot of older people on the block, they'll park right across from your driveway, and the poor old people, they're almost whacking the car, backing out, they can't get out, it's just.
So are they parking on both sides of the street?
You can't do both.
Right.
It's, unless you park on the lady, like, if you park on someone's lawn, like, a
Yeah,
couple
but this
tires,
becoms an emergency services
they wouldn't get through in a
vehicle?
fire truck or something, they never get through, no. If you're parked on each side, there's no way, you're not getting through, it's not happening. So I was hoping to, bring this up, I know it can't happen overnight, it'd be great if there could be an ordinance, and if I gotta fill the courtroom with people on the block, I'm sure it'll come. there's really, it would really only affect the guys who rent out the apartment houses on the block, on the illegal rentals or legal rentals, whatever you wanna call them. Those are the only ones that would probably come here and say they need it because they have their apartment, or they need the
Yeah.
apartment for their tenants.
Can you-
Because when they leave, they supposedly leave the cars on the block anyway, so, you know, they would be upset about it. I'd like to see that guy show up, that'd be pretty good. Also, if you could look at the noise ordinance, I know the police officers, but they asked them to turn it down or whatever. Listen, it's 50 decibel points, whatever.
That's almost believe me, I've had case with that, it's almost impossible, because you have to, the county come out with some certified thing.
If you could just say, if you can hear the music, like, when we have a little party at my house, my wife's got this music box.
Yeah, we have a
It
nuisance
just points right to the table.
Is
You
enforceable.
don't even, you
No,
can
case
walk
is
5
saying
feet, you
even
don't
if
hear
it's
it.
made-
So with
even
technology
another
today, you don't even need, you don't really even need to have, you know, those big boom boxes and the DJ. If you could change that ordinance, you would be loved
I
for
think-
you guys,
I-
and votes forever. If you could change that ordinance where it's not 50, just, if you're next door, you can hear the music playing. When you get music playing from 9 in the morning till 11 at night, it gets
So
so.
Jack, where
Especially
does
when
the-
it's inside your house. I get it,
Where
because I
does the
have that
decibel
situation
level
in my
come
house.
from, though? I don't know if that's local, right?
No,
That's what I was gonna say,
that-
because we've had
The
this
mayor's
before.
right, it's very difficult.
You can't, it's
to
very tough
enforce.
to prove, you
But-
can't, I mean, if
but
you go to court and challenge it, you're probably gonna win.
The state passed an ordinance or a law saying that DEP preempted noise ordinances, and they said decibel levels and everything, and I called down there, and they had laid off all the people who worked in the noise enforcement section. So,
Can it
we,
be worded?
we do have a noise and nuisance ordinance, and ordinarily, that type of ordinance, the way it's written, would be thrown out because it's overly vague, but the courts have held in the context of noise ordinances, people know
But
What-
but
what's a
can
nuisance?
can whatever decibel level it is vary by town, or is that set by the state?
It's set by the state, but we don't have the resources or
No,
the
no, that's
qualified
not,
people.
I'm just curious what the
The language
derivation
we
of.
changed in ordinance to, if you can hear the music, I mean, it's annoying, 9 in the morning to like, the other day we were there at 11 at night, and you know what it's like when you hear like 40 cars leave, the doors slamming, the alarm's going off, you can't even believe it's happening.
Just
You
hearing-
can't even believe it's happening.
But
hearing
that,
the
can I,
music
can
would
I
be very
just change the
difficult.
perspective on this a little bit? Because the noise ordinance is tough. But these are transients, right? They don't
They
care.
don't live
That's right.
They don't live around here. They don't care. That's number one. Number two, this is the outcome of a business arrangement,
That's right.
right?
They're running a business.
They're
in
running a
residential
business.
zone.
They're throwing an event.
That's
And
right.
technically, if they were a legal business, this would be an event they'd have to come to us for a permit for.
They'd have to get a variance to run it.
Right.
On Doherty Avenue.
So I don't understand why they can't be ticketed or
They can.
summoned or whatever for simply, for throwing
Operating
for
business
throwing a
in-
public
that's
pool
different.
party.
Okay.
And if you eliminate that, you're gonna eliminate the
The
noise.
noise, right, that's where I'm going.
Right, because the issue is the business situation, the parking situation, and the noise situation.
Yeah.
Just to sum it up, those,
But the threshold issue is the business in a residential zone, and if we can.
But it'd be a
shut that
code
down,
enforcement, not a PD issue.
It would be code enforcement.
Yes.
It would
Good
be,
luck at 11 o'clock at night. people now.
but
Well, they can take
that's-
a-
it would be a code
Probably
enforcement,
running
but
less.
obviously code enforcement would work with the police and get police reports and so forth. So,
But in the past, when I used to prosecute zoning violations, that's what I had to do. We had several instances where people were operating nurseries, and we had to get the neighbors to keep logs and come in and testify that, 75 people were coming at 11 a.m.
Right.
They cleared out, at 3 a.m., 75 new people came with a new DJ,
We don't have
but
to
you
wait till
can't prove
next
it.
year,
No.
next
Well,
summer.
after
We can,
the
we
summer,
start now.
half my problem will be solved. I mean, departments will
no,
be
but we
different.
can move,
Yes, we should
you can
start.
draft something up, bring it
We don't
to
need
us.
to, we don't need, I
No,
think we
it's
have,
just a-
the ordinances are in place. They're already in violation, it sounds to me.
Yeah, assuming you can prove it.
Can we send a warning today?
Yeah, the code enforcement officer should send a
Well,
warning.
but he has to have something, I'm not doubting everything you said,
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
sure
I
it's
have no
true.
Right,
proof
but
that
we-
they're
No,
renting it
but he
out.
doesn't
I
have to
find
prove
the
anything
proof is like,
by
they
sending.
just
If it's a
send
warning.
We're sending a warning.
Yeah, sending a warning, and then,
The parking would really solve it. I
So-
mean, if you have no parking,
so
that's
what I
solved the problem.
think best next steps, do we navigate it through the code enforcement and
Yes.
just understand from a neutral entity from the town's perspective that whatever's going on, whatever's not
yeah,
going
it's
on,
gotta go
whatever.
through Mark.
Right.
yeah, and
then
typically
determine-
with a request for no parking or speed change and so forth, we have the Traffic Advisory Committee take a look at that recommendation, and we'll discuss it at a meeting and
Fair
make a
enough.
recommendation to the
So,
Township
yep.
Committee.
So
Do
put
we
it on
have
there.
many streets that have no parking on it
Yeah,
already?
Railroad Avenue has partial no
Railroad for
parking.
one.
Right,
Partial.
train station.
Yes.
Partial.
partial, and up on Elm Street along the side because people would park up there to take the
Okay.
train.
It's not that common, but if it's a chronic problem,
Paul, do any,
It will only affect the people that are in illegal apartments and the people coming to rent the pool.
I'm
It wouldn't
not-
affect any of it. You could have no parking in that whole neighborhood.
I'm supportive of it, I just want to make sure we can.
Well, I want to understand too, but what if somebody is a resident
Offended.
and they do have a party? Like, what if one of your neighbors that you like, so that's the only thing, so that's why I just think it should
I
just
can't
be
speak-
unbiased and,
I can't speak for the police, but generally, if you put a note on your car, you know that my driveway's being sealed. So I have to park on the street or you call the police department. I
Right.
defer to Lieutenant Chambrella, but, I mean, there are ways to deal with it.
No, but
because it does
Aubrey
affect-
brings up a good point. If you have a party and maybe 30 graduation party or something like
Yeah.
that, in theory or reality,
mean, I
you
know-
would be violating that ordinance. So
right,
how
because
do
I know
we-
people that live on
No,
Mitchell, that's
he's
why
not a
I don't want
commercial
to
entity.
totally swing the pendulum
A lot of
the other way,
times it's only-
totally
No, there's
get it,
two
so.
separate items here, Scott. We're talking about just saying no parking on the street, regardless of commercial.
I've lived almost 30 years, and there's never really been any real big parties where people have parked in the street. If I can remember a handful, and I'm sure if they called up and said, look, I've been a resident, you know, call the police department, can you give me a courtesy for 3 hours from 6 at night till
Okay.
8, we're having
Yeah,
a
like when-
party.
So-
You know, I'm sure the police can give a courtesy on that, and that wouldn't be every day, probably once a year if that.
So,
Yeah.
so next steps, I think we've outlined next steps.
Yes,
Yeah, let Mark deal with it.
code enforcement officer, traffic advisory committee.
Yep,
Yeah,
and then
so-
we'll circle back with the outcomes here. Appreciate you bringing it to
Oh,
the
I
attention and
appreciate you
taking the
guys
time
doing
to
it.
come
Again,
out.
I didn't expect anything to be
I
done.
mean,
this
no,
quick.
no guarantees, but let's just look
Yeah.
into it. I think it warrants additional review, and we'll go from there.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, if there's more information, just email it to the code enfor, read it to the administrator and the code enforcement
You're like a
officer.
little ecosystem of problems on
Oh,
Doris.
All right.
Again,
Thank
and, you know, Darty Alley was mostly the older residents in town, and it seems like every time one of them move on, however it is, it's like someone buys the house and they just wanna rent out the attics, the basements, you know, it's just not, or they wanna live in the
Yeah,
basement.
I just
rent out.
do it as an
It's
event.
unbelievable.
Sadly, actually,
Yeah.
as I'm thinking out loud, Megan, you may or may not have heard of when renting out of a pool, she goes, that's a thing.
She does it
So,
herself.
It
It's
is.
a thing.
And it's not only a thing, there's
So
some big money in
And
it.
it's probably going to become more. Now that real estate has
We're
become
just
so,
getting $100 an hour for the pool.
Okay.
So, I mean,
That's not
think
very
about it, you have 12 hours,
It's
it's
not worth it,
1,200
the
day cash.
liability. Oh, on
Why
Johnson.
even bother renting out the house? You do
Well,
5
and
days
the
a
other,
week.
well, the other issue is if you think there's illegal rentals, let Mark Andres know that as well, because, just because if they're not registered, they're not following the
Yeah.
proper ordinances, then they could be,
Yeah,
But
and,
plus-
and I've had
They know
experience.
They know about them because they were on, if you go, you know, Gillette Rentals or Walnut Rentals, the Dying Corporates
so,
right there.
Jack, don't we have an ordinance that regulates pools?
Oh, you'll make
I don't think renting out.
I
don't
thought
think
we did. I
anticipated
think,
that.
you know, there's something to do with swimming pools and fences and this, that, and the other. I thought we had an
We do
ordinance.
have
Well,
all
we do
that,
have, yeah. we
But
do have
but I
that.
why
don't think
don't-
anyone anticipated that people.
So
would be
what,
renting.
but how easy would it be to amend that and say it's illegal to rent
Well,
your
I think it's
pool?
already covered by operating a business in a
Business.
It's
residential
gonna be
zone.
hard to prove the rent, but they could do it on Facebook and friends paying cash. We're throwing
yeah, but they've got to go through a registration process.
For
when they-
apartments.
Yeah,
Well, they.
for apartments, they have to file.
I
Well,
think they
it's
did.
probably an illegal two-family. You know, I've got a lot of experience actually with stacking, where people rent out the basement for an apartment. It's an illegal apartment, so that's also code enforcement.
Right, and
So
it-
24 Tolbert, again, started out the Airbnb, he's still putting it online for rentals when it's vacant. There's somebody living there now.
And you can use those ads to bring the court as evidence. I mean, it alone won't prove the violation,
yeah.
but
I mean,
in
it's,
conjunction with other
it is
things.
difficult,
I
like
believe
any
they
illegal
told us-
apartment, it is
I believe they
difficult.
It is
told us
difficult,
in
but it can be
application
done.
you could rent it. I believe that's what they told them, you know. I'm not
They
gonna
being
swear.
whom?
The town, the code enforcement, they said as long as there's no kitchen in there, which makes no sense. So I can rip the kitchen out of my house, I got almost a 3,000 square foot house, I rip the kitchen out of my house, 3 floors and rent it out,
Well, you,
I'm probably not doing that.
you can't because of certificate of occupancy and all that stuff, but all right.
It may also,
Noted.
it probably also violates fire codes.
well, yeah,
Which
because
is
you
a much
need
easier,
ingress and
which
egress
is
to
a
get
much
out
easier
if there's a
thing to
bedroom.
enforce
That would be
than a
much
zoning
easier.
ordinance, because the onus is on the property owner. The fire code enforcement officer, like the construction official, can issue a fine.
You know, and
And
by
it's
the way,
on the-
thank you for bringing it, because my concern is, look, I know it's a little unusual, Darty seems to have a couple of these things happening.
It'll
It's
flow
not
through
just
the rest
Darty,
of the town.
it'll be elsewhere.
Yeah, okay.
Well, if I could, when the Airbnb started, they ended up putting them on Gates, and then actually when the town started checking in, they found another one. Gates was renting out the whole house, they were throwing weddings there. They were doing Airbnbs there, a whole house, it was unbelievable.
Okay.
That stopped, that one, I don't know what they're gonna do.
All right.
So I
we
would
got
say, yeah,
Mark
we just
on it.
continue to flag
Yes.
those situations, and we know our action items over here to look at, and thank
But
you.
again, the parking, if we could do no parking.
And could you
that's solid.
coordinate
But-
just any other information you have as it's live? Just make sure you report
Yeah.
it to town hall. You don't have to wait till, you're welcome here always,
But it's faster.
but you don't
get
have
it
to
that way.
wait till every other Wednesday. Just call
I was
Randy.
kinda hoping this would go away, to be honest with you. I was thinking maybe, you know,
West
die
State
out,
in the
whatever.
winter.
Zero
Yeah, the
chance.
winter will make it go away. Cold weather.
Wishful thinking.
Make it,
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, you know,
Okay.
another 2 weeks and start getting cold, we'll close the pool and, you know.
yeah, well, that may go away, but
gonna
illegal,
come back next summer.
the illegal apartments are making money,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know?
And again, you know, it's the way it is, but,
All right,
well,
thank
so
you.
much for everything. Thank you. I know we went past the 3 minutes. I
No,
appreciate
it's a
that.
conversation at that
Yes.
point. So then we'll put Lieutenant, she'll obviously let Declan and/or RJ know about it, and they'll
Oh,
take a
green-
look at it.
Green Ford runner?
Well, about the parking issues, we'll look at it with the Traffic Advisory Committee, which meets next month, I believe, early in the month.
Thank
all
you so
right.
much, everyone.
Anybody else? 3 minutes. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah. The battery's burned out already, but, all
probably
right,
is.
go ahead, Dennis, hold on.
It is, but I don't enjoy it moving.
It took 20
I
minutes.
would like to talk for a minute about site triangles. You all know what a site triangle is?
I do.
What, coming out of a corner, the sight lines?
Yep.
So that when you pull out of a side
Yes.
street and you look at the traffic coming at you, you can see it.
You're fine, don't pull it, don't pull it, don't pull it, don't pull it.
Don't pull it.
Yes. I'll change the batteries, but you can use that one.
Okay, you're good to go, Dennis. So sight triangles
Thank you,
coming
We
Mike.
can
out
sit
of...
down. Well, whatever.
Continue, keep going.
Okay, the site triangle is what keeps you from having to pull out into the intersection in order to see traffic coming at you. We've got a lot of site triangle violations in town. The only time the site triangle ordinance is enforced is when somebody brings a site plan to one of the boards and they say, you can't plant trees or shrubs there, and the surveyor has to mark the site triangle. But once the approval is made for the development, then people plant trees, they plant shrubs.
I guess I'm supposed to go, oh, that's much better. I can hear myself now. Not that I want to. So at any rate, who's responsible for maintaining the site triangle? And now I'm going to close the loop on a discussion that you've been holding. Should the owner of the property maintain the site triangle while he's shoveling the sidewalk?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And how do we get that word out?
The word's out there, but when our zoning officer issues warnings, in fact, I believe within the last 3 weeks, he's issued about 15 warnings where people have cut back the grass and so forth.
As I pull out of Division or Northfield into Valley Road, where we've been talking about speed bumps, we've been talking about traffic lights, the real problem is you can't see the traffic on Valley Road without pulling out halfway into the intersection. You got to drive across the crosswalk, drive past the stop sign, and get your nose out into traffic before you can see the oncoming traffic. Now, do those corner lot owners, are they responsible?
I will contact the county tomorrow morning.
Well, I've heard that line before, I'm
we-
sorry to say.
Well,
No, on
you
Division,
know,
we-
I will contact the county and tell them, they have an issue at Valley
you know who
Road.
told me
At
that?
Valley Road and Division.
You did, yes, you did. I have an email from you that said, I'll pass that word to the county.
We do talk
And we
about
do,
it at the
and we
traffic
do.
advisory. Yes.
And they responded within a day between Birchwood and Division.
Also, Scott, pulling out,
I'm sorry?
They responded to Al
Let
after...
Al is gonna finish.
So depending on the location, they will take care of it if they're notified.
Pulling out a Skyline into Long Hill Road is almost impossible from either direction. In fact, the traffic coming at me from the blinker light is almost totally invisible. It is now my habit, when I pull out a Skyline, to make a hard left turn into the westbound traffic lane. And then I look in my rearview mirror to see if I can shift over into the eastbound lane, because there is so much blockage. And those are only intersections that I frequent. I don't know how many more intersections in town could use a thorough examination, but I'm suggesting that whatever you decide to do about sidewalks and homeowners should also apply to site triangles.
But it already does. We already have.
Yes.
Look, the police department, they're overworked, the DPW, we won't know unless somebody reports these things. For example, you brought up Northfield and Valley. I know for a fact the north west portion was addressed last year.
I know he's talking about division, but Northfield,
I
yes,
understand.
they did trim that back.
But unless somebody reports it, we're not going to know everything. Go down Fairmount, for example. I remember when we were talking about this. Go down Fairmount and Chatham. Every one of those streets have site triangle problems. Every one. So unless somebody reports it, we have the ordinance in place. But unless we're
The other thing that you have to remember is that you cannot judge a site triangle from the cab of a truck. You have to get into a sedan and get 2 feet lower before, and then look at the hedge to see if it's blocking. If you're up in the cab of a truck, everything is clear.
No, I think it's a good call out, and like to Guy's point, I think if, just like we did before in terms of documenting things and flagging it, let's flag where you see those issues.
And just report. It's like we told Mr.
Yeah.
White, just send an email to Randy and Mark. And look, I saw one the other day, and Mark addressed it. He says, "Oh, I was going to send them a letter anyway," so I think he did.
Randy,
So I think we
are
continue
we
that.
actually citing people now for this? Is this a new
I
program?
believe Mark hasn't needed to cite anybody because of site triangles. Everybody has complied that he has sent notices to.
It's not a
Okay.
site issue. You could cite them, and they could pay $1,000 in fine, but it's not going to correct the problem. So the bigger issue is correcting the
Yeah,
problem.
we want compliance. And
I
that-
mean, this is something that has to be maintained every year and inspected every
No
year.
doubt. Jack, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think it's as simple as if they don't do it, they just pay the summons. I think if they don't do it, the town can and submit a bill to them.
I don't think we have that. We do if it's in the right of way.
Okay, that's what happened at Northfield. Yeah.
If it's in the right of way, we have the right to go in and cut it. I
Yes.
don't know if we can,
I hear you.
In many
you will
cases-
charge the homeowner,
conflated the
but
two.
if there's, for example,
on the-
I'll go to the extreme. If there is a tree planted on the corner that obviously you can't see, we could go in and cut it down if it's in the right of way.
And I think that's the
At our
problem. That's
expense,
the
though.
problem on Northfield, in my opinion, having
Say
done
that
that.
again.
Yeah, I
But
think
on
it's
the
a tree
county
that's in the way.
roads and the high-speed local roads, and by high speed, I mean 35-mile-an-hour local roads, the right-of-way does not include the entire site triangle. The site triangle comes back off the right-of-way onto private property. So there may or may not be a limit as to how far we can cut.
No, but if they cut it themselves or we put them on notice, then like I said, compliance is the key, and a lot of them comply right away.
I was just going to say, I
So
think
that's
most
where I think
people
it is. I
comply.
think
A
continue
lot of people
to,
comply voluntarily.
I think
Yes.
continue to flag where those locations are. Hopefully, obviously, we are navigating them.
Well, as everybody
Out and
drives
about.
around town, I suppose you could send a list.
Yep. No, I think that'd be helpful.
Yeah, but that's, I mean,
Thank
I
you
said,
for
yeah, we're not coming out of Skyline.
identifying
You
the
are.
ones that you've identified, and if there's others, please keep them coming. And then we would just ask the public, if you see situations like that that are unsafe, let's flag it to Randy and the team and go from there.
Theoretically, driveways are also protected, theoretically, but I know I can't pull out of my driveway without pulling out into the street to look because there's a big shrub in the way, one direction only. But it probably gets worse in other neighborhoods.
This is more of a problem on the county roads where it's, higher speed. I think in particular, like Oaks Road, pulling out there to make a left or right onto South Maple. There's a pine tree in the way, and it's very difficult to navigate that turn. Cars come up on you very quickly. I'll give you another one, is where the Oak Flower, where the food trucks park. That's a very blind road there. You know, we have
Not
to.
Oaks, the other road?
No, Oak Flower,
Oh,
the brewery.
No,
where
but
they-
I mean, which road are you talking?
Coming out of Sunny Slope, right after you come out of the
Gotcha.
bank. You can't see.
it's
You've
tough.
got to get your nose out there, and I almost got hit by a Cadillac one day.
Well,
Yeah. No,
I
but-
only bring it up because if you're gonna do something in writing about sidewalks, you gotta do something in writing about
But it's
site
I think we
triangles.
have it, we just need to enforce it.
Yeah,
it
it's
sounds
gotta
like.
be-
It
yeah,
sounds
thank
like,
you,
so I
Dennis.
think it's
Thank
good.
you
No,
very
much.
appreciate your attention
Thank
to
you,
that.
Dennis. Good
Thank
seeing
you.
you.
All right, anyone else in the audience? Oh, here he comes.
And Matt knows that Cadillac.
Wait, is anybody online, Megan?
Charles Renowitz, Millington. A clarification and a question, based on the clarification, maybe another question. Based on tonight's discussion on sidewalks, are we doing away with the residential maintenance of the sidewalk only unless they cause the problem?
We don't require them to do it now. What we're doing is making commercial property owners liable for their abutting.
Yeah, but you're not going to require the resident to maintain the sidewalk.
Not in this
That's been
ordinance.
dropped.
Well,
Not
not
part
in
of
this
this
ordinance.
I can't tell you what's going to happen in the future, but this ordinance only covers.
Okay, are you still going to consider that?
It could be, sure. Yeah.
Okay, here's another comment then, and then I'll get into my question. The sidewalks on Heritage Road, Deer Run, and Indian Run have been in place for 48 years. 47 some, others 48. All the separators between the sidewalks, the expandable separators, are gone. They've deteriorated. So you get weeds growing up, and sometimes the sidewalk uplifts. So if you're going to maintain that the property owners to maintain those, you better fix them all in our development, and then we can talk about maintenance in the future.
Well, that's obviously part of the discussion we had last time. I don't know if you're here, but that's.
I was
part-
here, but the problem is, I'm saying, it wasn't discussed about these flexible separators. They're deteriorated. There isn't any. Weeds are growing up, and the sidewalks uplift. So if you're going to make the property owner responsible, you're going to have to fix them all.
Well, that was the discussion. We have to bring them up to speed and then
Right.
turn them over. Then it's whoever the property owners.
Yeah, and that particular problem, Chuck, is actually an easy fix for the town to do if it decides to.
Good. Good. It's been 48 years. I don't know why we haven't fixed it. It's been so easy.
Because no one knows how to do it.
Oh.
Now with YouTube,
Oh, it's easy,
out
but we
there.
don't know how to do it. Okay. Here's the question. My favorite topic in 2 months and 7 days. What is the town going to require to substantiate that the sewer ban has been lifted? What document or mechanism are we going to require? That requires a response tonight.
That's a legal question, isn't it, Jack?
Yeah, I don't think we can require them to have the ban lifted. I mean, that's the DEP's hands. What we're requiring.
I
them-
can't hear you.
What we're requiring them is to bring the system up so it meets DEP standards, and at that point in time, DEP should lift the ban.
So basically what Jack said is DEP, say the SOAR does everything, NJW does everything they're supposed to, they can't lift the SOAR ban, we can't lift the SOAR, but the DEP has to come in and lift it. So they can be in compliance today, but until DEP says it's lifted, it's not lifted.
And would
So-
we get something in writing from DEP?
Yes. Yeah,
So-
that'll be public record.
We are going to require a written document from the New Jersey DEP that they met all the requirements and the sewer ban in this town is going to be lifted in
Yeah, I think the onus
2
is
months
on
and
New
7
Jersey
days.
American Water to provide us with that proof, but as I say, to some extent, it may be beyond their control if they've satisfied all the requirements to get the ban lifted, and DEP, which is notorious for acting slowly.
Well,
holds
that's
things up.
worked into the schedule. It's been 5 years. So on the 20th of October, we're going to get a letter, what you're telling me, we're going to get a letter from the DEP saying the sewer ban has been lifted and New Jersey American Water has met all the requirements. Is that what we're looking for?
No,
We can't say, we can't.
No, I think what I can say, and Jack, correct my English if it's wrong, on October 20th, NJ American Water will have met all of the requirements for the sewer ban to be lifted. But what you're requiring or requesting has to come from the DEP.
Right.
Correct.
So is that the standard we're going by?
I don't think we have a choice.
No.
Great. So we're going to get a letter by the 20th of October from the
No.
New Jersey DEP.
No, we don't, can't control, let's say they.
Well, I'm not saying who's controlling it.
Yes.
I'm saying what we're requiring.
But that we can't control the DEP and the New Jersey American. They could have submitted the paperwork 2 months ago, for all we know, but when the DEP gets around to it, they get around to it.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
So
But it's
we're
the
waiting for,
Jersey American
that letter is due here by
Yes.
October 20th.
It's what?
It's due here by October 20th.
Well, I don't, do you think DEP is gonna operate on our schedule?
I don't know. I don't control them.
I know, but they never have.
So then the sewer ban's not lifted.
I guess it's not until they do, but that's not it's not like New Jersey American or we breached the contract because we took substantial steps.
Whoa, wait a minute now. They're supposed to have the sewer ban lifted on October 20th. That means we get a letter from the DEP saying it's done. Let's not waver here now.
I'm not
We've had
wavering.
this contract for 5 years now.
We can't control the DEP.
I'm not asking you to control it.
That's
Meet
my-
the deadline.
Do you think they care about your deadline or our deadline?
I mean, they have a contracted deadline, and that's
American
what.
Water does, not
And
the
that's what NJ
DEP.
American Water is required legally per that contract to meet. They are required to meet all DEP regulations by October 20th.
Right.
They can't lift the ban.
So they
Would it
could
be so?
So
Yeah.
they should have been working on it years
Maybe
ago.
they do. They could be the now, but until the DEP lifts the ban, it's not lifted.
Exactly.
Okay.
So on October 20th, if we don't have the ban lifted by DEP, who's in violation?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Oh, no. No way. They're the experts. They've been working with DEP for years.
I understand that, but they can't tell the DEP what to do.
So then they don't meet their deadline, October 20th. Come on.
I'm checking to see what the agreement says.
Go ahead, Al.
They could be in compliance now.
Yeah, so I mean, they could be in compliance
we don't
now,
know.
for all we know.
The sewer ban's lifted then.
Well, not until the DEP says it's lifted. Yes, in theory it is lifted, but not until they give it a blessing, it's not lifted. That's the point. And so New Jersey American could be in full compliance, but until they get that letter or something the DEP says it's lifted, it's not lifted officially.
How do we know? How are you going to know that New Jersey American Water is in full compliant on the 20th?
I don't know right now, but they have still another, what'd you say, 2 months and 7 days?
The township engineer can review.
Oh, yeah, and then
their
the Vooch can check
documentation.
into it.
So now it's the engineer going to tell us.
It's the
Come
difference.
on.
Look,
New
we're
Jersey
going to
American's
go
not
around in
gonna do-
circles. I can sit here and play what if. This conversation's over.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
We're not going to have the sewer ban lifted on the 20th. That's what I've been saying all along.
Nobody's
No,
saying-
nobody
will.
said that up here.
I said it.
Okay. All right. Anybody else from the public? Anything new? Anybody online?
Anybody on Zoom would like to make a public comment, please raise your hand now. I don't see anyone, Meg.
All right. Seeing none, I will entertain a motion to go back in executive session.
No
With no further action
Possible further action.
possible.
But
I make
I'd
that
like-
motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.
Dennis, it's good seeing you.
Oh, don't.
Thank you.